Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Aki again, back with another Clash of Clans video. In this video, we're starting our 42,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm going to be giving away 5 gold passes. For this video, we're going to start off with 1. All you got to do to enter is be subscribed, like this video, drop 1 comment to get 1 entry, max of 1 entry. Winner will be posted after tomorrow night's video, so in approximately 24 hours. All the other guidelines are in the pinned comment and description of the video. I get asked all the time, Aki, what's your favorite army in Clash of Clans? Please tell us. Well, my personal favorite is the Dragon Riders. I love them a ton. The Dragons are really close second, obviously. But why do I like the Dragon Riders? Well, they just path really nicely because they target defenses. I think for most players, Dragon Riders are actually great because they pair amazingly with the Minion Prince. What I'd like to do with this army, though, here's the quad clone. I'm going to show it off with the Warden. You can change a couple things. I like to run the Eternal Tome 100% with the Rage Gem sometimes, or you can run it with the Healing Tome. Both of those versions work great. I'll show that one, each of one of those, and then I'm also going to show this army with 11 invisibility spells that I ran a ton before, which I also still really like. So nothing's really changing. I'm going to show all those versions off. I'll show it off with the King as well, and I'll see you guys in those attacks. Okay, here's the first base, and this one we are running it with the Healing Tome, so I just wanted to show this replay off. Pretty common base I see high-end Legends League. This is probably at 5,700 trophies-ish. The single target compartments can cause people problems, and then also having the monolith out there too can be a pain, and then some people really get stuck in this core, and I'll show you how to deal with this. What I wanted to do for this base is I saw both sweeper positionings, right? Because I don't want to enter in directly at the town hall. That usually does not really end too well because your blimp doesn't get much value, and then your Dragon Riders would go out in front, and then you'd be in some trouble. So I was like, okay, either I can attack from the bottom side, it's kind of like close to 6 o'clock, but then I'm going right against a sweeper. So I thought I had a pretty decent line from this builder hut right here that I could just shoot because the giant arrow shoots at the middle of a building. The easiest shots are horizontal and vertical, so this one being a vertical shot, I thought I'd line up to have the sweeper. Spoiler alert, I do not get that sweeper, but where you target your queen, you're going to go your royal champion the opposite side. So be that 9 o'clock or be that 3 o'clock, you can choose. Because the space is symmetrical, it doesn't matter which version you go for. Because you're going to fight the sweeper either side, if you don't get that giant arrow off, doesn't really matter. I decide for 9 o'clock. So watch this. I'm going to get the queen in here. Fire her shot off. She's going to try getting that sweeper for me. It does get a little bit close, but here, let's speed up. But as you can see, the giant arrow whizzes by it. We missed that air defense, which is fine. Queen's going to walk. And now here, I do not want my queen getting locked on towards by the monolith. So I'm going to get the rest of my troops down. Giant Jount's out there tanking for us. Minion Prince down. And then I'm going to get the Blimp. I'm going to delay this Warden ability as long as I can just to get the maximum amount actually out of the Healing Tome. Look at that. We end up getting the Blimp in there too. Now watch this. I'm not actually wanting to take out the town hall with this blimp. What I'm actually trying to do is tank this core. Because there's a rage tower there, there's 2 fire spitters pointing in these directions. Scatter shot all raged up with a multi-infernal and a sweeper. That's just asking for trouble. So look how I place these clones. Place them like this all around that area so the Yeti's clone all the way in towards the next compartment. I pair that up with the Minion Prince ability, and at this point, Yetis are going to shred, and then we got ample tanking for our Dragon Riders, and they're slowly just going to make their way through here. This is why I like the Minion Prince having the Angry Jelly. It just comes along with the ride. They pair so nicely together because they just target defenses, especially the Minion Prince early for the first 35 seconds, and then my queen is still alive, and we're going to get the job done here, so I can speed up through this because I think you guys get the idea. But the next attack, I'll show it off with the Rage Gem, which I think is equally as good. Heroes, some people ask, like, Aki, what takes them out? You have your Minion Prince is your main damage dealer for that, but also for like the Queen Royal Champion, usually the Yetis can help out there too. If you want, you can add in a couple dragons, but I seriously think the Mass Dragon Riders are really good by themselves too. Okay, here's the next base, but what do we want to do against this? Well, think to yourself, make a plan for it, and then I want to see if you got your answer lines up with mine. First things first, I like to notice is the sweepers. They're pointing away from the town hall in this sort of position. So what I could do there, I could take them out and completely eliminate them. That way I can attack from wherever I want. I don't like going straight in towards the town hall. So if I fire that queen shot, either from this pet house right here, or I think better yet is the spell factory, then I could decide where I want my royal champion. So if my queen's there at the spell factory, I can get my royal champion at the bottom side. But then there's the king right there, and she's going to get distracted way too quickly and get absolutely no value for us. So then 12 o'clock's actually the better side. So now you've already figured out two quick things. You take out the sweepers, you got your queen shot figured out, so those that, and then you can do your royal champion at 12 o'clock. After that, dragon riders in towards the middle of where you created that pathing already. You've got your queen dealing on one side, royal champion at the top side, dragon riders in kind of towards these wizard towers and air defense, blimp, everything in towards the town hall. Then you could just spam around the clones in there, and I'll show you how that's done. So let's give this a shot. I am bringing in the rage gem this time. Use whichever one you like more, but if you're popping the ability so early, the rage gem might be better for you. So let's give this a shot here. Let's focus and line up this queen shot, which is going to be very, very important for us. Take down that collector, fire the shot. Look at that. We got both of them. Royal champion at the top side. At this point, I'm going to give her a baby dragon too. Why not? Balloons down. Dragon riders. Warden. I'm going to delay the minion prince for just a second because we're doing good here. Okay, perfect. Let's see which direction they end up going for us. I'm going to pop the warden ability right now. Make sure that blimp gets in there. My queen's going to go down. That's no problem. And now I'm going to try jumping these walls with these Yetis. Look at that. That was perfect. Forgot to drop the rage there. I got so comfortable just looking at them. They're going to take and rip down the monolith, which is awesome for me. Dragon riders at this left-hand side going to take care of that fire spitter. And then my minion prince really hasn't fired the shot off I want or taken the angle I need. But you know what? That's not too big of a problem because he should target these defenses. Once he targets his fire spitter is probably when I'm going to launch it. Perfect. There we go. Now we just have to fight through the rest of this. And look how quick that was. We still have only a minute has elapsed. 2 minutes in the attack. This is what I'm talking about. Look at that royal champion that you think would be bugging you. The Yetis are going to take care of that. That multi-gear tower almost gets taken out by the Yeti mites. We still have our minion prince up and some dragon riders, and we are going to get the job done. Even with that backside air defense left, which could be a little bit scary, still we have the tanking and troops required to take it all out. This is what I like so much about the army. It's quick, easy to do. I don't think it really struggles on like too many crazy bases. We completely ignored the king here, so he's not going to do anything. But now for the next attack, I'm actually going to show it off with using the king instead of the minion prince, which can work too, but it's a little bit more tricky, and I'll show you what I like to do there to kind of counter that. But I do recommend if you guys have the minion prince, he pairs really nicely with the dragon riders. Oh, this is so dang upsetting. I had this all recorded too, and I don't know, the file just corrupted. So dang annoying. I had this complete nice breakdown of this, but let's walk through it again, and then we'll watch the replay. So what was the plan here? I am switching out the minion prince for the king to show off how that works. So what I did here, once you have double invisibility towers, the giant arrow takes them as their precedent. Air defenses fall down a notch, so do sweepers. But as you can see here, the sweepers are pointing at the town hall, so I can attack behind them. I'm not too worried about that. But then if you also see, how do you set off those invisibility towers the best? You let me know. I think you guys got that answer. It is this elixir collector right here. Once that shot goes off, where do you enter with your royal champion? From the opposite side of that. So either you can go from 12 o'clock, and I don't mean, 3 o'clock. I mean opposite. So like if the queen starts here, we're going to go either at 12 o'clock or we're going to go at 6 o'clock. You can choose whichever compartment you want. Totally fine. Why? Because they're symmetrical. I decide for 12 o'clock, and then, okay, I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to let that happen. I'm going to get my dragon riders in towards this wizard tower with the blimp, warden ability. We're all good. I want this blimp. If it lands early, no problem. But because we don't have the minion prince ability, we have to make sure we get in towards the town hall compartment before those 45 seconds elapse for the invisibility towers to reset. So I want to make sure that lands kind of in the town hall area. If it does land early, all good. We'll try jumping the walls. What am I going to do with the king? Well, my queen might need some additional tanking with the giant. So I'm actually going to place him down, maybe kind of at this dark spell factory so he can walk down the base. That was the plan. Let's see if we execute it. Obviously, we got the 3-star, but still I do want to watch this because it is very important. Because I like the Phoenix on the Royal Champion, I put the Poison Lizard on the king. You could swap and go the Spirit Box with the Royal Champion, but when you're using the Rocket Spear, it doesn't really do it justice because it just gets sniped out. Look at that queen shot. We got one of the sweepers, both invisibility towers set off, which was perfect. How do you fire giant arrows? Remember the middle of the building is what it targets, and it's a 3x3 radius. I'll make a short on that actually pretty soon here. Royal Champion, 12 o'clock side. Look at her. Just going to pop her ability straight away. Don't have to worry too much about that. Now the rest, we're going to get balloons in and my Dragon Riders in too. I don't want this monolith to lock onto my king or queen. That's essential. That's why I started really, really quickly with the balloons and Dragon Riders. Watch this. Get them in. I'm going to make sure my Blimp's in here. And that's why they're kind of angled towards the monolith, because I didn't want my queen to get rocked. And look at the king. He's in position to go down. And now during this warden ability, I'll be able to shred through this early compartment that I was a little bit scared about, but my troops aren't going to take any damage. Look at the clones. I spread them all out. We're going to lure out the CC. The Yetis are going to completely clear that out, and the Dragon Riders clear the core of the base. Once you don't have the minion prince, the only thing that sucks is your Dragon Riders do get picked off, sadly, by the queen. You don't have to worry too much because you have Sneezy. The boogers do help out take that down, but that's why the minion prince is a little bit better than running the king. I would only run the king if you don't have the minion prince, or if your minion prince is upgrading, which isn't too big of a deal here. So at this point, I can't speed up because I still do have Dragon Riders, my king up. My queen takes out the enemy queen, but she is going to struggle taking out the minion prince. But my king and those Dragon Riders actually end up clearing out the rest of the base. We got our 3-star, which was awesome, but it's a little bit closer, a little bit scarier, but it still does do quite well. Now, with the Dragon Riders, we are actually going to run them. Maybe actually do an attack on my Town Hall 16 to show that it works there. And then we'll go into Legends League and try it with the invis spells, and I'll show you the difference with them too. And then you can choose which is your favorite. Okay, as you can see, I'm on my Town Hall 16 here. I do not have the action figure leveled up. It's only level 1, so I'm just going to use the healer puppet. That's what I used to use before the action figure came out. Completely fine with that. I don't think I have the Electro Boots maxed out either, which is fine. And then for the CC, 2 Yetis is totally fine. You can also use a Super Yeti if you want, but if you're more of a Yeti user, that's cool too. For the army, 320 camp space, I like to just go with the Mass Dragon Riders with only 4 loons. Totally good. And at this point, I wanted to test myself a little bit here. I'm obviously low down on the map, but I wanted to aim high here. Number 11, we're going to do a 16 v 17 with double invis, so it's obviously a little bit more scary for us, but I think I have a really, really nice plan for this. 2 sweepers pointing at the town hall, right? We want to set off both invisibility towers. So what's our target? 2 things you could go for. You could shoot top down from this dark elixir drill, or you could shoot from the bottom at this workshop. You tell me, what's the better shot? I actually want to hear this, and then I'll tell you my answer. I'll wait a second. Top side. Why though? Because remember, I don't want to attack in towards the town hall. I don't get any value from my blimp whatsoever, and it's not going to help me out. So shooting from the top side, that sets me up quite decently. Then for my royal champion, where do you start from? Do you pick 3 o'clock or do you pick 9 o'clock? Again, guys, what's my answer? Base is symmetrical. Look at this. Archer tower, ricochet cannon, fire spitter. Archer tower, ricochet cannon, fire spitter. So it doesn't really matter. I'm going to choose 9 o'clock just for fun. We're going to have her take care of the Archer Tower, Ricochet Cannon, Fire Spitter, and then she'll walk in. Queen's going to take care of that multi-Archer Tower and those trash buildings and hopefully can walk down this way. And I'm just going to get my Dragon Riders in towards this air defense, and we are good to go. So let's give this a shot and see if we can get ourselves a sweet 3-star here. Let's go like this. Minion Prince is also level 71, so I probably will just boost my heroes. You know, it is a war tactic, get a little bit more serious. Okay. I thought I didn't have my giant arrow for a second. Shoot that across. Perfect. We got one of the sweepers. I'm going to go roll champion at the opposite side. Loons out front. Dragon Riders. Warden. We don't have Sneezy, so the owl will do. And then we're going to pop the Warden ability in a second here. I'm going to let them run up. There we go. Look at that. That was perfect execution. And then right by the town hall, we are going to land kind of right here. Rage everything up. All the Yetis should go crazy. And I'm going to fire the Minion Prince shot off in a second. I think we're fine right now. I'm going to let these Dragon Riders do their thing. The Queen should be able to help us out a little bit. And how about we line it up right there? That's perfect. Frost all that over. Look at that. Multi-gear tower is going to get ripped apart. Guys, this is a Town Hall 16. Absolutely smoking this base. And look what you noticed. With the Minion Prince, no hero caused us any problem. There, 50 seconds have elapsed, and we have a 2-star 78%. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? And as a Town Hall 16... unbelievable how strong this truly is. I'm telling you guys, it's the one of the best strategies in the game. How does it compare to the Mass Dragons? You let me know that. What do you think? I just love how they target. You know where they're going to go, so it's easier to predict. For that reason, I actually like them a little bit more. For like a newer person trying to learn the strategy, dragons could be really safe, but dragon riders are going defense to defense. You can line up better minion print shots. It works really well, so I'm loving it. Now let's go try it with the invis charge and see how we do there. And yeah, you guys can make your decision. Do you like quad clone? Do you like invisibilities? Dragon Riders are awesome. Lots of people were asking, like, Aki, if you just switched away from them? No, guys. If I had the choice to choose what I'm using out of Dragons and Dragon Riders, I'm picking Dragon Riders. I love them. Okay, now I'm going to show it off with the Invis charge. What do I like to do here, though, in terms of the hero equipment? The Warden, again, you can do the Raid Gem or Healing Tome. I'll show both versions off. But the one key distinction I make is obviously we're not going to be using a Blimp this time around. I like to add some even more oomph to deal with heroes. I like bringing in the Slammer behind the Dragon Riders. They have 2 loons in there, or sorry, 3 loons, 2 dragons. That really helps if you ever need to pop it early. If there's, like, say, the enemy queen there and she's getting close to your Warden. Rage spell helps out too. And then you have that freeze for in case something just ever goes wrong and something's going crazy. You can use the Spirit Fox here. But because I feel like the Spirit Fox starts taking a little bit too much damage, doesn't pair nicely with the Rocket Spear, I like for most players to stick with the Phoenix. I think that is your easiest option because you pop her ability and then you focus on the invisibilities. If you're feeling a little bit more up to the challenge, you could add in, drop 2 of the spells, add in a recall, that's fine. Or if you want like just that little extra oomph, drop in the Spirit Fox, drop the Rocket Spear, add in the haste, and that works amazing too. But let's go give this a shot. We're going to do one attack with this, and then we're going to do our next attack with the Healing Tome and see how that works for us. So, okay, 2 sweepers pointing away from the Town Hall. So we're not going to enter in from this side. That's a dead giveaway. But we have double invisibility towers, and we don't have a great, amazing shot to deal with them. So what do we do here? This one is kind of tricky because they set this base up so we don't get our shot we want. But we can get some value out of the shot as we can deal with both sides. My role champion at that opposite side, it doesn't matter because the timer is still going, that's okay. I'm going to fire off my role champion to deal with this top side compartment. I can go with my queen later, but watch this. This invisibility tower compartment will be dealt with. My role champion is going to go for a little bit of a run. That's fine here. But as that wakes up, I'm going to get my role champion back in towards this area because I do want to make sure it gets cleaned out. She's doing good here. Hopefully she can run in towards her. Actually, I'm going to make that invis, push her back towards her because that's actually where I want to go. I think it's important to get a wizard tower, but not really. I want to make sure this invisibility tower goes down. Going to push through here because the aura damage is going to take it down. World Champion's going exactly where I would want her to go. I would hope if she can get towards the Town Hall, that would be money. If not, no big deal. I'm not going to focus too hard on this ricochet cannon. Just push her away from that. And the next direction she should take is towards the Town Hall. Oh, she might eat some damage here. All good. 2 invisibilities left. I don't think I'm going to get that Town Hall. We're going to get the 1 sweeper, which is great. Queen, I'm going to set off now the opposite side. Oh, that's the Warden. Oh my gosh, that's the Warden. Okay, fire the Queen shot off. Get the Dragon Riders in here. Blimp. Okay, that was a big, big mistake. I'm going to go like this. Make sure my Warden stays up. Wow, that was almost a colossal fail. Now, let's see. I need... Oh, why did I send in a Blimp? I just got confused. Oh my gosh, that's what happens when you absolutely panic. That was supposed to be a Slammer, not a Blimp. I thought I was still doing the Yeti clone. What am I thinking, Aki? What are you doing? Completely out to lunch there. That might have biffed it for us. I need my Minion Prince to speed up a tad bit here so he can fire off a pretty good shot for us. Dragon Riders are so far doing good. He's dealing with the Minion Prince. I'm not going to actually force this because I need it on the backside here now that I made that huge mistake. Hopefully I do not lose my Minion Prince because that would be disaster. We still have time on the attack. There's still a minute left, which is fine. Minion Prince is now going to go in here. I'm going to fire that shot off, slow down everything, and we should be still fine. Okay, you guys sometimes laugh, call me a pro too. Look at that. We make mistakes here too. We start getting up. I'm not going to even call that cocky. I think that was me panicking because I put the Warden down and not the Queen. Oh my gosh, I almost pooped my pants, but I checked. We're good. We didn't poop anything. Okay, I gotta stop joking around, but we're still gonna get a 3-star. Queen did her job, so look, even with that mistake, we got the job done. I was scared. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm being honest, I was scared. But you can just goes to show how strong the army is, and even with mistakes, you can recover. I didn't get to explain that as much as I wanted to. My role champion cleared the top side, but my Queen's Giant Arrow always in the back of my mind. I knew I was gonna fire that shot off at the other invisibility tower and get the air defenses alongside it. So, I hope that helped. But now for the next one, we're going to go in with the healing tome, and I'll show you that version off too. Okay, this time let's not act silly. We're going to be using the slammer. I've changed in the healing tome, and let's see how this does. You already know I've got a lot of belief in this army. I think it's one of my favorites. Wow, people are loving the invisibility towers, huh? Okay, this is a tad bit interesting. Sweeper's got some crazy positioning, but I'm going to kind of do the same thing I did on that last base. I'm going to get my royal champion to clear out these invisibility, one of the invisibility compartments. So let's start with this closer one here. I'm going to fire that shot off right off the bat, and then we'll see which direction my royal champion goes. Once she goes in towards that mortar, she's going to take that mortar down. I'm going to make this all invis. That should push her in towards this fire spitter. Great. I think she should target in towards there. I still got that invisibility down because I didn't want her to run off in a crazy direction for me. Next invis down here. Push the royal champion to stay close to this single target inferno. She'll take that down. I want to make sure her aura damage takes care of that. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh my gosh. Wow, I am not performing up to standard. These RC charges have been scary, but now we just got to be careful. We do not want to lose our royal champion, and I am trying to lose her, and I do. Okay, now we got to deal with the opposite side. So I'm going to fire off a shot from maybe this dark elixir drill. We'll take care of that. And then we are going to have to fight this, what do you call it, sweeper, but that's okay. Let's go like this. Let's trade over towards a slammer, getting our minion prints, baby dragon for cleanup, royal champion, queen I might use an invisibility on. We're going to let our troops take some damage, rage them up, then pop the warden ability. Freeze in a second. I don't know really where just yet. Maybe on this air sweeper, just because it is going to get cooked. And then fire the minion prince shot off right now. Look at that. That value is going to be ridiculous because we get the town hall off. I need these dragon riders to start getting close here towards the town hall. Hopefully take care of all of this. If this air defense and oh my gosh, please take that last shot. Yes, sweet. Take out that monolith. Oh my gosh, we are so good. Those 3 dragon riders really did clutch up for us. Now at this point, I feel way better because we've got the tanking needed. My minion prince is here, can take care of that single target inferno. Look at that, guys. We got the job done again. Henchman puppet down here cleaning up. Minion prince doing its thing. Gets hit by a seeking air mine. That's fine. He likes that. He feels better when that happens, but no, he doesn't. I'm joking, man. I'm dumb. But these dragon riders are going to end up cleaning up shop for us. A little bit closer, might be on time, but I think we do have the cleanup. We have some boogers over here. We have the henchman puppet, which are actually kind of fast on cleanup, but because the attack is pretty quick, time usually isn't too big of a problem. Honestly, these bases were quite well built, and I deserved to struggle a little bit. Double invisibility towers are no joke, but one of them I always like to take care of with the royal champion, the opposite with the queen. So a couple of those things I feel like I did a good job explaining, but that's where replays really do help a lot because then you can break down everything because sometimes I just do decisions on the fly. I hope I kind of did a good job explaining it, but we've done attacks at Town Hall 17 with this. We've done attacks at Town Hall 16 with this. They work at Town Hall 15. I'm debating trying to see if you guys want to see some Town Hall 14 and 13 attacks with this army. And you know what? I might just include those here at the end. We'll go jump over there and you guys can see this army works at a load of different Town Halls. Okay, you know what? The video is getting way too long. I feel like we'll just leave it there because that is enough. Town Hall 17 and 16. We will do some lower level content with this strategy later. But if you enjoyed the video, remember to like it and subscribe. Remember to also enter for the giveaway. All the rules are in the pinned comment and description of the video. We're giving away the first gold pass of the 42,000 subscriber giveaway. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys very soon. Peace out.